And I mean, interestingly enough, just 2 Kevlar vests for Eternal Fire. They really are prioritizing that utility. And let's see how far it gets them, looking to start with a bang. It has been a battle of fnatic's CT side. We saw that a lot of teams have been able to find double digits on Inferno, IHC the exception so far here at Pro League. So starting strong on that T side, going to be integral for Eternal Fire. Looking to exploit a map that hasn't been too great for Fnatic.
Well, it's going to be a 5-man B lean from Eternal Fire to kick things off here. No fakes available, just full commitment and a good grenade to respond, but it's all down to mezii here with the Julies. He will be tested right here, right now.
Perfect weapon for the job, Hank, and he's already taken one. Crims as well, connecting through the smoke. The flak damage returned as Antares. Good for the shutdown. Now Jewel Berettas hunting down Maja. Low, hiding behind the sandbags, and roeJ with 15 bullets to spare does dispatch of the leader. 2 left for the Turks and not looking particularly healthy. Next Floud and Antares, sure, clock on their side, but 3, oof, make it 2. Members of Fnatic left, and X-Floud, oh dear, he's got too many options on the bomb, defusing now, and a nice 10-second defuse to secure it.
Well, there we have it then. The B execution shut down. A moment of opportunity there for Eternal Fire in the 2 versus 1, but X-Floud taken down to a low point of health, and nothing really can be done as the Julies are recovered. It's Fnatic going up 1-0. Lovely setup here. Perfectly timed smoke for the entry of Eternal Fire here. Nothing they could really do, taking so much damage en route, and it's roeJ with the flank with those dual elites getting the job done, and good cover here from nicoodoz. Just 2 points of health for X-Floud. Nothing could be done, but with the bomb planted, of course, they can buy up in the second. They've actually got 3 AK-47s. That's not bad at all. You could arguably say they've got more firepower going into round number 2 here. Bare bones utility to say at the very least. A couple of smokes to work with, but Antares, he'll be looking for any aggression towards B at the start. They exchange HE grenades. It's a passive setup from the CTs. They're not going to be forcing the issue here and trying to fight for banana control. In fact, it's roeJ. Not being boosted up towards the atrium. He's just playing by boiler. And FASHR watching the apartments from a defensive angle. So first port of call. Obtain the banana itself, and they've had to expend a little bit of utility there. Smoke from the CT side, thrown by Crims, hoping to hold them at bay, funnel them into this double boost setup, a quad.
Yeah, mezii's just gone back around to scoop up an extra nade. It was a smoke he's retrieved. But in the meantime, we can see that the walk middle, this 3-man hold Fnatic have established off of the rip, straight out of spawn. Oops. Bit of a loud one as they are starting to show presence. Who's going to be the one to take that first boiler angle? roeJ should have a frag every day of the week. nicoodoz, if not, to trade.
Oof, that smoke suggests they're coming. They will be focusing towards the quad side, and nicoodoz and roeJ. SMG striking first. It's the Deagle.
Oh dear, that's a blunder. And look what happens now, because Antares leaping out of the balcony will catch nicoodoz, and that has rumbled the Fnatic defense. This looks so good. They were set up for success, and now this second round, it looks like it's destined for Eternal Fire.
Doesn't look good whatsoever. mezii and Crims now separated from the bomb side by the Molotov deployed. It's a 3-on-2. As mentioned, Eternal Fire probably had more firepower going into that one. They've actually got 3 rifles in hand still. mezii and Crims will have to save the MP9 and the FAMAS. They've already a little setup here, but couldn't quite find the multiple frags. It's FASHR going down to that Deagle that really is the difference maker. Things get a little bit kooky there, as you see roeJ trying to pick up another gun, but in fact just runs to his certain death.
And all 3 will exit with a nice weapon. I was going to say an upgrade, but certainly for Maja, those 2 AKs, as you already so astutely pointed out, did actually lead to some successes. Admittedly, though, it was Calyx with the no-armor Deeg that got the 2 kills to win the round.
Yeah, absolutely massive from him, and this is what this series is going to deliver. A back and forth affair. There's a lot of skill on the server right now. Sure, Fnatic are the favorites, but in terms of raw firepower, you might just give the edge to Eternal Fire. Round 3, and it's going to be the full investment from Fnatic, so 3 pistols for them. That saved MP9 and the FAMAS. Now, do they want to play on the front foot? They're sending 3 players towards banana this time. Suggests they're going to try and challenge. Deep smoke might even confirm it. As they wait patiently by the sandbags. mezii lies in wait. Will be a little bit of response from Antares, who's ready and waiting for any players jumping for information, just like that.
So they really want to contain any access to banana, and they're flashing, they're going, pushing through the flames, and still gets a frag. imoRR takes an early frag, and roeJ will happily retrieve a Galil.
Yeah, not too bad, all things considered for fnatic. They're thinking Xantara is down to 5 points of health as well, recovered a Galil. So it's boosted their chances for sure. They've actually allowed Crims to peel off now. So a 3-man lead to kick things off, and now focusing towards A, hoping they've done enough to funnel the remainder of Eternal Fire into this position with sub 1 minute on the clock. CT's still with a Molotov. That's in the hands of roeJ, so he can justify playing this position by himself, but he wants to hold that Molotov until the last possible moment, until he feels like he can't really do much more. So they are coming in his direction, deploys the molly. They're not falling back just yet, though. They might wait this one out, and nicoodoz can feel it. He'll be rotating over with FASHR, in fact.
Yeah, hedging their bets. And I mean,
it's well timed. They've got the smoke on FASHR, so if they can smoke the mouth of Banana now, they might secure this round. There it is.
What's the reaction? I mean, they're going to have about, what, 10, 15 seconds upon the fade.
They kind of have to jump up on first oranges, really.
Xantara is going to have to, with 5 HP, just get some info, get an entry if he can. Smoke, go, and dead. Down goes the bomb with 10 seconds left. It could all fall apart as it has. xFlow down as well. It's all good in the fnatic hood. A double from FASHR, but a complete team effort. The kill spread is beautiful. It's mathematical. 1, 2, 3, and 4 as you climb up the fnatic boys.
Yeah, that was very nice from fnatic. Good mid-round decisions there after taking the initial banana control and trading out kills, enabling to get another rifle within their defense. At that stage, leaving roeJ with the Molotov, they're able to boost the defenses towards A and keep pushing them around the map. Then setting up this final B setup here. You can see the boost towards second oranges as well, hitting a great deagle shot and just trading out the kills to come out on top there. That's a massive round for fnatic as they bounce back. And we're going to see the war of attrition continue here, Alex. Yeah. Another force buy as we see Tech-9s across the board here. Eternal Fire looking to strike towards A this time. They do have enough for a full execution, so they want to claim key areas on the map first. Focusing towards the apartments, ideally get down towards the bottom of a boiler room and see what's available to them. And it's very passive from fnatic. They don't want to give this one up. Play the bomb sites, enable those crossfires, and then we'll have roeJ rotating back from B as he holds towards Arch.
Everyone's favorite franchise. It's forced by wars. And already, FASHR in that mini pit's going to be a very hard clear. But into the site comes imoRR, flatlines nicoodoz, and this one from FASHR is important. So is that. Gets 2 still stubborn on the pit. Distraction as imoRR looks a little silly. Ooh. And xFlow holds on a 1v1 with him on the site. Wrapping around, FASHR has done it all from that pit position.
He's got a bit more to do here up against xFlow. He's been a bit of a clutch master in Pro League so far. Bomb down on the A bomb side. FASHR with the advantage. 3 kills to his name this round, but the element of surprise is in favor of xFlow, but that's gone now. He'll smoke down towards Moto, and it's a big one-on-one duel. With fnatic giving it up, FASHR can't believe it.
Mate, we are going all the way with these force buys. I think that might be enough to buy respect out of fnatic, but I see a couple of people on, or just the one on 1400. Crips is on the double eco anyway.
So yeah, they're probably going to force buy in response. They've got a technical issue now to think about what just happened there, but FASHR fighting tooth and nail from the pit is not enough. Down to the 1 versus 1, he even gave up his position, bravely goes for the swing and comes out on top. You can see what it means to him. He knows that's a massive round because the run and gun potential on the T side with those Tech-9s, it's very powerful. Now force buying back on the CT side is fnatic. You're having what, Deagles, 5.7s, maybe an MP9 at the very top end. It's going to be an incredibly difficult round. So a technical pause for now. No chatting allowed, I'm afraid. As we get into round number 5, this one certainly is heating up, Alex.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. I can feel the temperature rising, and we're only 4 rounds into the first map. This is what happens when there are a lot at stake. It's either an opportunity to come back for the playoffs or an opportunity to watch it from your sofa at home. It's all up for a debate. And Eternal Fire, I mean, hey, you even looked Madger in the eyes when upon arrival here in Malta and said, I think I can see you in top 4. Well, he is 1 best of 3 away from making that a reality.
Yeah, and it feels like it really is 50-50 in this particular environment. It's the last game of the day. Bear in mind, fnatic already played today as well, so they're going to be fatigued. They're not going to be feeling themselves, and Eternal Fire have had all day to plan their game plan going to this one. So I'm excited. It should be a lot of fun. I hope Xantara's turns up. I hope the big 3 in Eternal Fire, because they really do need them online. If any of those players go missing, that's between Xantara's, imoRR, and Calyx. Those are the big names you need to turn up. It could be a really exciting series. This is their pick, and it does look like, unfortunately, Calyx is the one with some audio issues, I believe. So, should be a quick one. It always baffles me how the audio just disappears and once the game started. Yeah, it doesn't make much sense. Never had it happen to me. Audio's gone, lads. See ya.
It's these pros, yeah, they're just, they can't stop shouting as loudly as they can into the microphones as Crims is keeping himself cool. I told you it was heating up.
Yeah.
Even the players are feeling
I
it.
might do one more button just to kind of get in the mood.
Oh my.
Check
Yeah,
that
well,
out.
that's
Not safe for the broadcast.
not safe, yeah. I'm just checking the camera angle, making sure they're not going to be getting the premium view. They have to pay extra for that one. It's
You
monthly
certainly do.
subscription.
Yeah. Throw a sub to the channel. Round 5, full eco or a full investment for now. What do you think they're going to do, Alex? They've got an average of $2,000, but actually made it crimp down to $1,400. Did it give in?
I think they
Did
give
they yield?
in. I honestly
in terms
think
of
they
loss
give in.
bonus next round, they'll only get $1,900, right? So even if they do take the full eco, it's enough to get FASHR's basic
MP9s,
armor. Yeah, like it'll
FAMAS.
still you might just sabotage the entire game by keeping doing that. I'm not sure. It's definitely a little thinker for you. It's not an ideal situation at all. This is looking very good for Eternal Fire, who will have everything, including Mac 10s, which might be the perfect weapon for the job.
And to recap as to how fnatic got into this pickle, it was by virtue of only having 2 alive in the first 3 rounds of play. They won the first, lost the second, saved 2 rifles, and then won the following with 2 alive as well. It just means that there's been 3 rebuys for the first 3 rounds of play for fnatic, and after conceding in a 1v1 no less in that final round, it's put everything into disarray, and fnatic, obviously off the back of a tech, will likely want to take attack. It looks like we're back. The R's are in the chat, so we're going to be jumping in, getting answers to all those questions and conundrums we came up with. I say that, I lied. Saw the clock going down, I got excited.
They've typed ready at least.
Yeah, it's a good
Both
start.
teams have typed ready, so...
Oh, it's attack. Okay, so yes, we
Okay.
transitioned from tech to attack.
nice.
And with just 10 seconds left on that. But that was called by fnatic, and you see Kita is moving that mouth a lot in order to try and obviously have this conversation we've been having here.
Yeah, well, fnatic are known for their full eco setups on Inferno, especially though, to do the Tower of
True.
Doom over towards B, and it can be quite frightening. But of course, most teams are aware of it. If I am, I'm sure they've certainly got some info on it as well, and they are going to be fully investing. That's pretty much what we expect, considering Crim's down at 1,400. You want to keep everyone's money the same, and it would be a very compromised buy if they took the save here and have FAMAS's, as Crims will be purchasing in with Deagle, no armor, opting for the utility. So trying to be more supportive than aggressive, perhaps.
I'm watching Zentara's. He had the fastest spawn, and he hasn't let go of W as he arrives at logs. But for now, just going to be throwing out that early stop util. Crims will have to respect it. And top banana is theirs for the taking, of course, not to their knowledge. Magi using that Mac 10 as well. There's a lot of exposed heads there. Only really nicoodoz is going to be safe from Magi and doesn't find himself on that B bomb site should the Mac 10 make its way there. nicoodoz on the jiggle here. It's Zentares versus the Danes Deeg. We'll fire off a warning shot. So that's a little bit of info for EF as to what they're against. Times it very well. We'll get the smoke down, buy some time, and maybe forces a little bit of an inquisition as to FASHR's pit position.
Well, they're doing well so far, I would say. fnatic have got us to the sub 1 minute mark, but they have given up mid control. FASHR, roeJ, waiting patiently towards the pit. You can see roeJ in anti-flash right now, hoping to be activated once his teammate takes the aggro. nicoodoz watching towards the arch side, just hoping they can make this situation uncomfortable. Good nade. Should do a ton of damage there. Considerable. And if you can find a 1 dig and fall away, that would be idyllic. Not going to happen.
Yeah, no, and in Zentare's fashion, he does just peek in dry. FASHR and roeJ in a lot of jeopardy now, trying to play around that smoke. imoRR should have him. Does tag him, repels FASHR. Grim's pushing the smoke into Calyx's spray. roeJ back from that mini pit, maybe with 7 bullets in the clip, but not to be. And it looks like Eternal Fire will start to build quite a little cushion for them to sit themselves on with this round and likely the one to follow.
Yeah, potentially a 2-for-1 deal there. Medzi, the last player remaining, and he'll be falling back, of course. That was very nice from Eternal Fire, handling the situation well, not giving much away whatsoever. Just 1 kill drop. That was Zentares, and the rest of them keeping their rifles in hand. Medzi finds an incendiary at least and a flash. Will be useful for the eco coming up into the next, as they'll be getting $2,400. But this is a chance for Eternal Fire to spread their legs on the T side of Inferno, their map pick. We expect them to win it. Bear in mind it's Overpass coming up next, but commonly considered to be the best map of fnatic, but dropping it to IHC earlier today certainly begs the question as to whether this could be a 2-0 for Eternal Fire.
Sorry, I'm not trying to be a pedant, but it was just such a perfect collaboration you just did. You were trying to do stretch their legs or spread their wings, and you said spread their legs here on Inferno.
Did I?
Yeah, just to I mean, I like...
Spread their...
Oh my God. We'll see if they can spread their legs. No, let's see if they can spread them. We'll find out. fnatic probably will, actually, on this round.
It's getting late.
It's so good. I've never heard that before. No, honestly, let's just see if they spread their legs.
They could do.
Oh, well, mezii tries. He actually gets tagged down to 42. They've left the bomb in spawn, Henry, so there's a clear indication that they're here for frags. It's going to be a little death match. That's
all there can be, really. They've actually got some control of the apartments, but that's about it. But still, it's just mezii alone towards B. nicoodoz will be the first to be dropped here. So, in towards the bomb side they go. Desert Eagle may be able to find one, but mezii has been dealt with quickly. Zantares looking to farm some cash, Mac 10 in hand, and towards the ruins, he will find one more if he checks the right-hand corner, but would you ever think about this? Apparently not.
Yeah, Crimson's done well with that. Gets the necessary damage done on the USP, and I think that's pretty much all you can celebrate. He might try and do some more damage on the way out. But very well handled for Eternal Fire. So it was a buy one, get one free state of play after the one out forced by Wars. xFloud is kind of, responsible for the ramifications in that one-on-one. He did convert. Here's Crims making it costly. xFloud down. Going to come into imoRR, who does also fall at the hands of Crims. He makes that costly. Getting something out of that with 3 bodies hitting the deck, but Eternal Fire up to 4. And I was looking at fnatic's Infernos. I wanted to recap that. So they played 3 Infernos against Outsiders G2 and IHC respectively, losing 2 of them. Most notably, of course, the Outsiders game going 16-14, with both teams managing to post double digits T sides. So just keep that in mind. It was a battle of double-digit T sides against Outsiders. It was G2 who managed to keep fnatic, keep a real lid on fnatic's T side, with them only posting 5.
Well, here we go. I guess the first gun round, but you can see certainly some compromises for fnatic. mezii with the FAMAS, bare bones in terms of utility. Eternal Fire certainly with the advantage here, as imoRR with the big green. You can see they've actually gone for another double boost setup here. This time towards the B bomb site. One towards spawn and one in new boxes. Crims playing beneath. And it could be ideal, but Zantares looks like he's just going to have a little pick here. See what's available to him. Smokes off spawn himself. Good incendiary to slow him down.
They got more where that came from. Crims with a flashbang cocked and can throw that out for the call. Might be nicoodoz that asks for it. Currently just staring at the boost, waiting for contact from mezii. Will drop off, draws fire. Utility released, and you can see that that wasn't the full commit. They're happy just to burn through the CT resources. It leaves them very light on. Admittedly, that 45 seconds will become a little scary in the next 15. But they're going to be looking to double pump this, just showing bodies on A, keep roeJ and FASHR on their toes.
We'll have a look at the rotation. As nicoodoz will be having to peel away first. 30 seconds now. Still unclear as to where they're finishing this round. Full mid control, and Major will come and join them, but how do they close this one out?
They're working it out too. Yeah, the bomb was initially B, but as you can see, imoRR and nicoodoz are on their way. Guys, 18! All it takes is FASHR and roeJ to do something, this Danish duo. roeJ, good for it, and yeah, it's a good one from the Dutchman as well. With 1 second to spare, they'll get the bomb down. nicoodoz coming in from library side, 2 pushing up the banana for the mid fight, and Madge has been equipped with the AWP. Should be set for 1 here.
You'd hope so. He's in a prime position to find one, fall back, but speaking of which, fnatic are going to concede yet another, allowing the scoreline to go 5-2 in favor of the Turkish squad. And well done to Eternal Fire. The fact they've timed that to perfection. As you mentioned, 2 players lying in wait, 1 more second against them, and the round falls apart, but they put it off perfectly. 3 players survive, and fnatic left with no choice as the difficult start continues for them here. After winning the pistol and the 3rd round force buy, haven't got anything done whatsoever, as Eternal Fire will find their 4th in a row. I would say another tactical timeout coming in for fnatic here, but a fantastic start from the Turkish squad, as they'll have cash to spare as well. So there it is. The tactical timeout has been called, and that is by fnatic, I believe, indeed.
Yeah. Certainly something to review. Something is a little fishy afoot. You're high-impact players. You know, we talked about it over on the analyst couch. With roeJ obviously pulling his weight, nicoodoz has been having a good tournament as well. You look at the likes of Crimson Mezzi, whose stats have been far from idyllic. Mezzi's had an impact half, an impact map, but in order to put it down when it matters most, all eyes are on the Brit. As well as the Swede, Crims is going to be looking to be a pillar of consistency. Something he's been at so... I mean, let's not forget. If Crims and fnatic have been at every Pro League, then this lad has been here more times than most. Setting up, going through the motions, and as of late, fnatic haven't really been seeing the playoffs. Does it really happen again after things have started to be, you know, getting the juices flowing, the orgs back on the Counter-Strike map? You'd think this one's a gimme. And this is a punish pick from Eternal Fire. Can they really make it feel as one? fnatic claiming a 7-map pool. Well, Inferno being tested today.
Well, we get into round number 8 here. Decent utility damage at the stars. Antares takes a face full of shrapnel from the HE grenade down to 68. And a more boost for fnatic as Crims. That is one brave peek. I assume he thought the smoke was covering him and allowing it to actually maybe have an investigation towards the bottom of Banana, but if anything, that gap was guaranteeing certain death. It'll be dealt with by imoRR. 5 on 4 with a minute remaining as well. And what's the CT reaction here? Currently, just with Mezzi, the in-game leader with 0 utility to speak of to hold off the B-bomb site. That is not ideal at all. They can just walk in, essentially. What can he even do about it?
Yeah, I mean, bullets is his only option, and he has got a magazine full of them. Still, the procedures of the utility that are coming his way are probably going to make things very difficult.
Has a rotating roeJ who has a flashbang. That is about it.
Oh, this is bleak. What's he supposed to do? Man just not looking, though, and it's a free frag for Mezzi, allowed to fall out into the flames. roeJ does well again onto the bomb carrier. That Centaur is gone.
They whipped the smoke.
And now roeJ can push in again. Oh, team flash isn't good. FASHR has to reposition. And that should allow a plant. Should. But no one's looking. imoRR was looking the wrong way. Does get reacted to by xFloud as a 6 is secure. And the chicken lives to fight another day.
Oh, I felt like there was a chance there. Mezzi with the one frag he desperately needed, gets away with it as well. The gap in the smoke enabled the MP9 to swing, but eventually became a real burden for them as well. The terrorists having full vision and CT spawn by virtue of their own gap. But there we have it. 3 will survive, and it will be imoRR with 3 big frags on that AWP. So that's going to be maximum loss bonus, Alex, for fnatic going forward now. That does help them out somewhat. Means with the save them 4, they can at least partially invest into this one and hopefully steal a round away, because this one is getting out of hand for them. The T-side campaign of Eternal Fire is looking very strong. And it hasn't had to be down to crazy 1vx situations or a amazing Xantares performance. It's been a great calculated team effort where a couple of 1v1s have gone their way, but the big names are showing up when they need them. Missing the chicken swipe there, but that's fine. So we do have a decent buy overall. fnatic will have the FAMAS, AWP on nicoodoz, but again, concessions to be made. Haven't had a proper strong buy here. At least have one defuse kit. We'll see if nicoodoz can change the pace of this half. And again, gap in the smoke there. We'll see if it comes back to bite them.
Big round here to determine just how much of a thrashing this first half will feel. Ouch. Yeah, Mezzi swallows grenade. They really are playing this forward banana fight. Will not be satisfied with conceding that top banana area. You can see that it looks like Eternal Fire are not particularly interested.
Once they make a call, they like to coordinate themselves as a 5-man unit. The Wolf Pack meets up, and it's been very potent so far. roeJ, got to be tested once again. Back up from FASHR, who has been fragging well. Is playing the pixel gap. But this is an apartment's pound salad. They're going to be just throwing a flashbang out and challenging Mezzi. He'll probably find one with the angle. There's the flash. But now detected, needs to find at least one. Does well, and it's Antares. Here he comes. This could be a bigger problem to deal with.
Yeah, I mean, Mezzi's done so much work there. The nade Looks good to soften
There
up
he is.
Major as Antares, though, is coming. Oh,
No, Messi!
no, he's let it slip there, the headshot angle. And imoRR hits the reaction. They can't get in now. The door slams shut, bangs them out on the way out. It is Crims and nicoodoz leaving empty-handed.
6 in a row.
So first it's going to be imoRR, and then it's going to be Antares. And if every time they walk into a site, one of them is getting a multi-kill, Eternal Fire are going to be set.
Yeah, they are looking very impressive right now. It's going to be difficult to topple this team. Eternal Fire want to make it to those playoffs. Last slots available here in Group A. And it looked good for a second. Mezzi with that opening frag, you'd think he'd be able to convert that and stay alive, but as mentioned, if Antares is alive and Mezzi misses that shot from the headshot position, that could be a real problem. We're still looking to see whether they'll save the 2 weapons here, and it looks like they will, but still with that maximum loss bonus, they'll have a fighting chance going forward.
It feels tough to be critical of Mezzi when he has the 2 on the way in. He was isolated on the site, but it was just to the point where he's already done that much that 3rd might have been the difference maker.
Absolutely.
It's tough, of course, considering it was the only frags fnatic managed to muster, but it's not enough to translate into a round. That 2-man retake, but these are the frags we're talking about. Had he been able to get away with a 3rd, or even just extend and live, but he found himself in that close corner, and imoRR managing to hit the reaction shot. Very nice.
Yeah, lovely shot from imoRR, making this T-side AWP look easy. Round 10, another tactical timeout now, as Fnatic need to make a difficult decision. Do they fully invest and try and salvage this deficit and aim to win the half, or take a partial, allow Eternal Fire to potentially get their 8 rounds and maybe a few more? This is getting a little bit out of hand on the T side, but we'll see what they're up for. Looks to be the latter with the partial buy. So still, with nicoodoz in the form he's been in this tournament, one of the names for Fnatic that has been very good. He'll actually have a decent spawn as well towards middle. We'll see if he wants to challenge and try and open things up. Fancies up. Oh, going down the second middle as well.
That is ambitious, and it leads to a frag. Calyx eating dirt at the hands of nicoodoz. Oh, and Antares, very worse for wear. The poor soul hanging on by a thread. 4 HP off the back of the Fnatic utility, leaves imoRR posted up for the reaggress. Needs a reaction shot, just a little shy of the money. Ouch, good nade back. Gonna be very hard to make this one work. But Maja feeling motivated as FASHR's just caught Xfloud. That was an attempt to walk out of the balcony hoping to draw fire, but it was all too easily solved, and so Fnatic with the 2 saved rifles are actually gonna get away with it.
Well, that's exactly what they needed. nicoodoz to step up there, and it was a big risk. The single push down towards second middle, finds Calyx, rotates back, and actually is very influential, as FASHR will find a deagle headshot as well to guarantee the round win, and that's going to be a massive prop-up for Fnatic now. As Antares to save the sniper himself. Same story for imoRR, as Fnatic now getting back on their feet.
Jesus, Henry, I've just realized that Fnatic's 3 CT rounds, this will be the 3rd, or none of which have been done with a gun round.
No, not yet.
It was the 2 times we've seen them go utility heavy, B and banana, where they find these early frags. Admittedly, Xfloud's death detached from that, but yeah, it was the pistol round, it was the 3rd round force, and that was with deagles going aggressive up banana, and yeah, seems to be the recipe for success right now. Fnatic yet to find a gun round, and well, guns have been scooped up, so we'll get to see that. There is extra goodies hiding at spawn for Antares. I would like to think he's going to grab himself 1 or 2 of those. He's not.
This was the opening kill here. Lovely shot from nicoodoz. Had to go for something there. Bravely pushes down towards second middle, rotates back towards B, and steals the round away. And now look what that's done to the defense. They've got 3 AK-47s now. What an injection of power as we enter round number 11 now. Money not amazing for Eternal Fire, so not out of the woods just yet. Sure, a great T-side campaign so far, but that's one that really has hurt them. And more, not going to let that happen again. He watches still the push down now.
Calyx up towards this nicoodoz aggressive angle as he... Whoa, no, he's not ready for that. nicoodoz, a nice aggressive posting to get Fnatic an opening. And I think aggression definitely seems to be the remedy for Fnatic right now. They are leaving Crimson deliberately, going to play a more forward banana hold. There's no way nicoodoz is still there, but you can see that they are cautious of it. He's repositioned and responsible for this bracket control.
Problem is for Eternal Fire now. They have expended most of their utility. It has to be the full commitment. It's imoRR to lead the charge. roeJ goes down. Can't find the double, though. This is going to be another excellent round for nicoodoz if he can keep this up.
Wasn't far off of taking down nicoodoz there. A blind spray from Xantares. Still empty-handed, though, and it's Maja and Xantares kind of sent packing. I don't think they're going to continue towards the A side of things. Xantares trying to find the gap now. He's going to have a poke and a prod while Maja holds onto the bomb.
Well, if there's a man who could salvage this round, this might be him. Xantares, great shot there towards the arch side. Mezzi dropped, and they still have time to do something with this. It's 3-on-2. Bomb in towards second middle. And you can see they've kind of lost track of Xantares here as he does rattle off some bullets. His teammate coming up towards the quad side. 10 seconds remaining. That will confirm the round, but Major needs to try and get out of there, but not going to happen. 2 rounds in a row. That one is a good round, Alex. I think that's fair to say.
Yeah, indisputable. And the gap will start to close, as so does the financial freedoms that Eternal Fire were working with.
Now we have a game on our hands. They were running away with this one, but these efforts from nicoodoz in the last couple of rounds, he single-handedly got them back into this one with 3 massive kills once again. So, pump the brakes, take the timeout. imoRR has $8,000. So with the cash they have, they could scrape together a buy. But do you want to sabotage the big bankroll you have for the sniper player at this point? You've got enough rounds, could just take the partial and deliver going forward. But both options viable. We'll see which one they go for. There's the AK. Could just be the hero AK thrown over to Xantares, for example. But looks like they are going all in. So imoRR drops a couple, I believe. Major with the Tech 9, which is more than serviceable.
An $8,000 investment from imoRR. Let's see if it can be worth it. An 8th round certainly would be the most idyllic outcome. Early chip damage, pretty unsubstantial. FASHR is posturing for something early off the flash. Ouch. Yeah, this B utility is so successful from fnatic consistently. imoRR and Xantares now shadows of their former selves, tagged up down to below 50.
So, with this force buy, nothing really accomplished so far and taking a lot of damage en route to the B bomb site. Xantares boosted up. He's down at 41 points of health. Showing presence towards Banana, but Crims thinking better of it. Doesn't want to just dump the utility just yet. Still holding onto his smoke. And he will do until he feels like he's under threat. And the 45-second mark, he will delay a little bit longer as Eternal Fire will have to wait at the mouth of the B bomb site here. Mezzi sits at the pillar. And Crims considering his options. Wanting to cross over towards the side there. He's only got a flashbang remaining. And here they come.
Yeah, he's actually done some damage through the smoke that Mezzi will profit from. Good counter flashes coming over from CT, but Calyx kicks open the door. They are in. And they know Coffins is occupied. Crims will be denied by the Flame again with this gap on CT smoke. It's not ideal.
It's really not, but looks like they won't be paying the price here, but advantage perhaps for Eternal Fire. It's a
They're having a look,
retake.
Hank. They really are. All 4 fnatic members coming on in. A smoke, a couple of flashes. And nicoodoz trying to clear out this emo position. It's not going to be viable, especially now. Xantares racks up 2 of the rotators, and they're now just trapped trying to hold on to what they can. Crims has got 2 players pinned, but he has to leave as well. Will they go down with the ship? It's looking like they've just got enough time if he's quick. Not great. Not great at all. imoRR and Calyx down, but the round in the bag.
It's a big round to take as well. That was the force buy. They would have been in dire straits the remainder of these couple of rounds here in the first half. But still, they win it, and it will be fnatic having to fall back once again. Like you said, gap in the smoke, spotting them crossover. nicoodoz with the information, but unable to pull the trigger. And they're going for Mac 10s here on the T side. So this will have to be something very quick. Maybe back to those apartments. They've actually got 5 helmets on the CT side. So They're actually after winning a round on the back foot here.
Yeah, this is the product of that imoRR drop party in the previous over in Falador. But yeah, it's not great. It is not great, despite the win. And those exit deaths have really, you know, echoed
Absolutely.
into this next round. Ooh, all those goodies gone to waste. Can they recover? I mean, 8's great. 9, though, going to be hard fought if they're walking into this fnatic 4-man wolf pack. Counter flash from nicoodoz trying to delay. Confirms the MAC-10's in play. Magic to flash his boys out of boiler. He's considering his options. It's Mezzy that's still happy to establish a crossfire. Got a 3-man crossfire forward for brackets.
Mezzy up close. He will be finding the first kill down towards the bottom of middle, but here come those MAC-10s. They will answer in kind with a kill towards the boiler room. We're still in a 4-on-4. 50 seconds remain. Starting to transition now. Calyx with the bomb on his back. And Krim's inquisitive and catches xFloud out of position. With the smoke available as well. 40 seconds. This is big. fnatic in the driving seat up this round. nicoodoz on the AWP. I don't see a world where Xantares can hit the shot. They'll have to limp in towards the A side now. This one should be done. FASHR to confirm it. The MAC-10 is not quite powerful enough. Calyx with no chance to pull this one off, I'm afraid.
Yeah, it's just a question of seeing what he can get done. Recovered M4 from his frag onto roeJ. He's going to have a little look. Confirms his body's on the site. Good for the first. He'd have to clear out for the... Oh, the wall bang actually connects. Only a chip damage. FASHR's fine. He's cool. And fnatic are too as they look to close this gap, looking to actually convert 3 of the last 4 rounds of play. Certainly made a scoreline out of what was very quickly running away from them.
Well, we'll see what they can make of it. Round 14. That was the 4 spike. Leading into that round victory where they fought up with the MAC-10s and Tech-9s. So money will be very low and they will be reflected here in the purchasing. Not really much to speak of whatsoever. Glocks, P250s, Deagles, 4 players of Kevlar. It's a more with a bit of body armor. Major just spamming off some shots, trying to bait out some utility here. nicoodoz confirmed he has full banana control. They'll be very aware of the financial woes currently being experienced by the Eternal Fire boys. Could be nicoodoz with a nice easy one to kick things off, as he does see a player with a pistol there. So he doesn't need to fall back, really. They've got no flashes to push him off this position. It doesn't really matter for baiting grenades out or doing anything to whittle away the CT economy, because, of course, it's last round next, and they've got plenty of cash.
Yeah, I think they're just more than happy to stand at these early contact points. Take the favorable duels. These unarmored pistols, not going to be getting Eternal Fire far. That's a lot of nade damage inflicted prior to arrival. Bomb was trying to get its way out of apps, and it'd be very hard pressed to even cross the first boundary. roeJ makes sure that line of the sand is drawn. You shall not pass, as that guy once said.
What film did Voldemort say that in?
I think it was the 3rd one.
Half-Blood Prince, right.
Yes, no, yeah, was it that one or?
Well, it was iconic either way.
Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief. I think it was.
Round 15, and we will have fnatic looking to close the gap down to just 1, and Eternal Fire will buy up with what they can here. They've had a great half on this T side. They'll be happy with this little bindle they've got, winning the half out. One more, though, certainly would feel good. They've gone for the deep smoke down towards middle. Bit of a one-way, so if we see the CTs want to push down into it, just using it to throw some grenades at the start.
Yeah, Crims is going to get an early challenge from Xantares. Working on that little gap they've thrown and facilitated for him.
Yeah. Can be quite a cheeky one, that, but everyone's aware of it these days.
Just immediately fell out with it, and it seems that that was all they were hoping for. Not going to be any particular substance other than just setting him up to see if he could go fishing in the early engagement.
Well, I've enjoyed the contributions from nicoodoz. He really has saved the day. Like, he has been great. Everything you want from a CT AWP, dynamic, aggressive, accurate. We'll see if he can keep it up. No AWP available for the Turkish squad here, I'm afraid. And a nice little bait and switch for roeJ. And FASHR, Crim's trying to take some aggro away from the position as well. But for now, focusing on the apartments, and they've been smoked off. They had 3 players there as well, so they might have to reconfigure here.
Yeah, I mean, they're really counting on Mezzi to hold this balcony position. And that's where 3 members of EF are heading. These next duels are going to really determine everything. It's likely to be Madja coming out of that boiler, or rather both balcony and boiler, and everyone meets their demise at the hands of roeJ. A double from him, Calyx low. Crossing pit, not going to be easy with 2 here on the cross. Big from xFloud, not expecting the second, and the now just a formality onto Calyx as we see 8-7. An incredible resuscitation from fnatic. They take it and run with it. 5 rounds in the last 6 of the half. That was a complete disaster up until the close. fnatic are back. Let's see if Eternal Fire can close on the defense.
Getting online, one rule, then dead I'm on side. Wrong move, I bet they gon' ride. No need for the telephone hype, nah.
Hop in the car, watch it go vroom, vroom. I told her mom that I will soon, soon. Knew as a child back in the womb. Oh, told her step back, I need my broom, vroom. Hop in the car, watch it go vroom. I'm in a whip, so I gotta zoom. They tryna talk, they not in a room. I been so real, I'm dead to the tomb. They in the way, they gotta move. I got a gas, they running on fumes. Told them way back, it's something new. It's me and Dan, you gotta choose. I'm taking what's mine, I'm doing fine. Don't see the vision, they looking so blind. I hit my lower, I don't got the time. Crossing my T's and he dotting those eyes. Don't take offense if I do not oblige. I can't relate, but like none of these guys. They hit me once and I'm cutting the ties. I was so low, but I'm back on the rise, it's real. Hop in the car, watch it go vroom, vroom. I told her mom that I will soon, soon. Knew as a child back in the womb. Oh, told her step back, I need my broom, vroom. Hop in the car, watch it go vroom. I'm hopping now I gotta go. I'm looking back, they not even close. I had a 4, now I need a ghost. I got a wave like I'm on the coast. Same ones are doubting, I dare to show. So way that I'm ballin', they think I'm a pro. I'm getting sick by the money I gross. They saying whoa, I told them all what this is. I told them all I don't miss. Said it's my time, look at this shit on my wrist. And when they shooting this brace, I'm going in a new gear, gotta shift. I cannot stick to the script, I cannot wait. Watch how I get it and flip. It's just how I'm doing this shit that I'm going. Just how I'm doing this shit that I'm going. Hey, just how I'm doing this shit that I'm going.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to ESL Pro League Season 17. You join us for the conclusion of Group A between fnatic and Eternal Fire. We've split it right down the middle, of course, as we switch things over, and will be the defensive proposal from the Turks at this point, as we see 7 guns once again, Alex. We've seen a lot of dualies. It really has become meta in this tournament, especially. We're seeing it each and every game.
Yeah, it does just seem like it's the perfect weapon for the job for any of these hard 5-man commitments. Your Glocks, you know, great, you've got 20 bullets. Well, I've got more. And we'll get to see how that one shapes up as we are into our second pistol round of the series. And speaking of grouping up, it's 3 CTs early to receive on B. Madja with a full belt of utility. And he doesn't quite waste his load early. He's waiting for Zentares to call for presence. And he'll just do the rebound nade off the corner. So it still could be the trap sprung. Watch this. Wait for Zentares to give him the call, give him the go-ahead. He's going for a deeper variation now instead.
Half-wall shot was perfect here. There it is. Big nade. Airstrike. Delivered first class. Takes nicoodoz and nicoodoz down to about half HP and pushed them back in towards the A bomb site. Now Calyx is an anti-flash. xCloud in towards the pit, trying to find the first kill with that silent USP, but they've actually got a read here. They're putting everyone back from B. Full stack.
Oh my god, it's the right call as well. Just in time, Madja will tuck into long. nicoodoz versus Zentares. That P250 should be an equalizing factor, but not against Zentares. Quick to the draw on that USP. Calyx was anti, but still eats the flash. Mistimed, good frags, Eternal Fire, firing on all cylinders. We need one more. roeJ so low, nicoodoz equally as battered and bruised. The bomb is lost and feels like the round imminent as well.
Yeah, what else can be done here? They have no utility and hoping for a CT mistake to come through, but Zentares, he isn't missing anything. That's the second kill of the round. Moore closes things out. The Julie singing once again, as it will be another successful pistol here for Eternal Fire, but we did see what happened in the first half, but the problem is fnatic don't get the bomb plant down. So if they were to force it, it'd be pistols across the board, maybe a Galil or two, or they could take the full eco and have strong buy into the third. So they might be opting for the latter here, but here's the replay. Zentares coming over. I'm not sure what read they had, but all 5 players are on the A bomb site, ready and waiting to receive the final attack from fnatic. So very good awareness. And indeed, with no bomb plant, it will be the full eco for fnatic. So a bit of a gimme here. Just one flash in the attempt to get the bomb down. Maybe pounce towards the apartments or towards middle. And they get a C4 down. That'll be a massive bonus going forward.
Yeah, nice to see a proactive eco. They've got an intention, and it's run long. And imoRR, doesn't quite hit them on the head.
The only player had a helmet there as well.
Yeah, well, fortunately, everyone else has got fnatic swept up. And only nicoodoz was detached from the group.
Well, nicoodoz, unfortunately for you, you are guaranteed to die, but not before you take a cheeky frag. Well,
The curse!
that's not bad at all. Okay, well, 2 kills in that sort of round. You wouldn't expect that. So well done to nicoodoz for finding that gap towards the end. Now this is where things do get interesting. After taking the previous eco, they now get the AK-47s out in full force. FASHR taking the Galil to ensure he has everything he needs in terms of utility. But there we have it. There's imoRR, who didn't have the helmet. He does give them access, but dealt with pretty well. They lost one more after that, but they'll be operating with 3 M4s, themselves a couple of MP9s, kits available. It's not too bad overall, as Calyx has gone to dump his grenades over towards B at the very start. Same with xCloud as well, I believe. So we'll see whether he can actually boost their chances there. And what's the initial approach here from fnatic? FASHR and nicoodoz confirming that banana seems clear for now, at least relatively. No CT aggression, no deep smokes. There's the first incendiary.
Yeah, they've got someone on this boosted position. It's actually xCloud, good for the first duel. Crim's coming out of boiler, meets his maker. And actually, xCloud gets away with the rifle upgrade.
It's frustrating for roeJ. He knows it's a big deal as well. They've now got an extra rifle within their arsenal. What a rifle it is. The AK-47 on the CT side is especially potent. And again, they do confirm they have the top of banana, but feeling like they'll have better chance towards A, but it's going to be a strong setup. Calyx will be patrolling towards the arch side. imoRR pointing towards the pit. And xCloud with the AK-47, he holds towards the apartments.
Oof. Well, it's going to be bare bones. These last 4, a nade each, and walking long just as Calyx falls off it, so no contact. They'll smoke off for the rotations, and now start the wrap. This is going to be like a 4v3 when nicoodoz arrives. It's up to Calyx, and xCloud, he's let the first spray go. Hard clear though on
Big.
Calyx, and a double. Sends fnatic back to spawn. Just nicoodoz to fall. One's great. Anything more unlikely, as he's got himself one single bullet and 7 seconds. Just by the time he reloads, he'll get another for good measure. He's trying to die. He's trying to die. Finally, they oblige.
What a hold that was. Very well read once again. Eternal Fire, you can see what's their map pick. They have a strong understanding on the map. Great crossfires, really making you commit to the actual bomb site itself before you see anything whatsoever. Such dirty, tight positions there at the back, and Calyx scores a hat-trick. Hell of a hat-trick. And didn't even have to reload there as well. They've just got no chance. They're lining up for him. They're so distracted by the players in towards pit. They have absolutely no chance. Major seals the deal with the MP9. It all started with those SMGs as well, towards a boiler room, upgrading to the AKs, falling back, enabling those crossfires. And that's really the name of the game on that A bomb site. That is perfect. From the Turkish boys there, we are going to see another tactical timeout as the scoreline goes 11-7. Alarm bell's not going off just yet for fnatic, but it certainly is in a good position to be in, and they will confirm it's a partial buy into round number 19. Deagles and Tech9s, a set piece you would expect, but they are good on these rounds. There's every chance they can win it.
Yeah, I mean, okay, with the alarm bells not being rung, but I'm taking it out of the box.
That's fair. You can start to build,
polishing
build it.
it.
Yeah, you can start putting it together, making sure the electronics work.
The electronic bell. Yes, of course.
Exactly.
Of course. Yeah. It's the modern RGB edition.
Exactly.
Lots of smokes out early. In fact, 3 deployed, leaving just the 1 for nicoodoz. CTs have got a few more where that came from. xFloud will get 1 on the balcony position as Calyx confirms his body's behind it.
Oh, they don't take it though. The smoke dissuades them, and back they go. Back to the drawing board, I suppose, because they're just going to run back towards B, hoping that the CTs may be overreacted. We have seen them fully commit towards A, but anything but here. They're actually setting up a defensive hold, might even call for a rotation, but only 2 players there.
This could
They
go
get
wrong.
a cheeky 1-dig, you never know. They're not going to be ready. There it is!
That's the 1-dig, and now Ozantaris, too many targets, overwhelmed. He's going to be run on down. The smoke won't save him, and the spray's not great. roeJ has drawn the most crucial blood of the round. Can fnatic resurrect their hopes on this T side? It's already that scorching dig that's got him in, and it seems to be enough to finally break this streak.
Well, we said they had a chance of winning it, but it comes down to the FASHR 1-dig there. I think that's the only scenario they win that round if he gets a run and gun, Deagle 1-dig, and there it is. It actually comes through, and Zantaras, you could see maybe he gets a big spray down there. He drops the smoke, they come too close, and the round collapses. Can you believe it? fnatic, just when we said they might be getting into themselves in a bit of hot water here, they bounce back, and that's going to be a resounding victory for them, as they'll have a lot of money going forward as well. 4 players surviving, and they'll get an extra $3,500 on top of the 2K they already have.
Bloody hell. I'll tell you one silver lining is that there's still 3 CTs alive for the Eternal Fire boys, product of that save. It does mean those coffers are going to be, in fact, it's consistent. My God, they've had 3 alive every single round in this second half.
That is the first round fnatic have picked up. It's number 4 in the half, as might be another tactical timeout here, but Eternal Fire, as you mentioned, saving weaponry. I've got a pretty decent buy. It's quite similar on either side. 1 SMG, 4 rifles.
Someone gave Calyx a little love tap there. I can't quite work out how they did 5 damage.
It's a little pat on the bottom as you left spawn, maybe.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Good luck, mate.
Get out there. But we'll slow things right down. The pandemonium cools off for a second. Double nade towards the corner. Oh, max damage pretty much there. That's not bad at all.
What?
And
He
they'll keep
goes for it.
pushing.
They could lose it right here. Maja just about. Oh no, he's in trouble. nicoodoz is coming. imoRR's flash has saved the day. That was a ball. Oh, it's going back and forward now. It's really up for debate. xFloud's now activating. Crim's not ready.
It's really nice reaction from xFloud. Of all this chaos going on elsewhere, he might be able to find a timing. If he peaks now, he's got a freebie, but now in towards the underpass, still a 4-4, and we're at sub 1 minute. fnatic still with the lion's share of the utility here. 4 smokes available. xFloud probably confirming you can stay towards B at this point. Take the risk, take the gamble. Keep 3 CTs there. xFloud will lock them in from the bedroom. And like I said, they've got utility on either side. It's Calyx with the incendiary. imoRRR, he has a smoke. And they'll be joined as well by Major. He's out towards Coffins with just that SMG and no health.
Yeah, that incendiary is not going to get them too far. Smoke up, and here comes the assault. fnatic starting to ploy and quest into the B site. It's one and done so far for roeJ. Crims onto Maja. imoRR caught over the smoke. It's Crims again on the double up to get them a bomb plant. Mezzi yet to start it. xCloud could disrupt it. And actually, Calyx does take down Mezzi. 9 seconds. They're not ready. And from behind, xCloud connects. It was a combination of the two. xCloud, sure, but it's Calyx that catches Mezzi. I'm sure we'll get to see some of that in the replay. But that's 12 to Eternal Fire, and it was going so well until it wasn't. I mean, Maja just about getting himself out of trouble.
They got those maximum damage grenades to kick the round off. They received those on their front door and somehow run away with it. They had no idea xCloud was coming in with this flank. The bomb wasn't planted. He mows them both down, and Major lives to tell the tale as well. He goes down to 20 HP to kick the round off. And will take a tactical timeout. It's actually called by Eternal Fire after winning that one. A chance to catch their breath, perhaps. Work out what they're up against going forward. Money still is there for fnatic. Bear in mind, the previous round they did win was a partial buy by winning by virtue of explosion. So they had that ejection of cash. So they do have one more buy available to them. But we're getting to the really interesting business end of this first map now. AK is available for fnatic, a little for Crims, but in terms of the overall complexion of the buy, it's pretty decent. Everything you need to win a round. But they've only picked up one in this second half so far. They are running out of time now, and we'll see what round number 21 has in store. This is the perfect round, if you ask me, to do something aggressive, a bit more active on the CT side, because you've had a tactical timeout. You know they're going to be trying different things on the T side. I would love to see that. Doesn't have to happen, but we'll see what they've got in mind. Looks pretty standard so far. imoRR has at least gone over towards B to kick things off, so that's the change they've gone for. Bring the sniper over, see if their Ts are probing towards the top early. But it's very default from fnatic so far.
Waiting for imoRR's reaction. He fires off a shot. Woof!
Fast.
Perfect boost from fnatic to take the AWP out of the equation. They know there's probably one there. Only one. And with an SMG, Mad just got it all to do. They're charging down towards him. The leader has got nothing he can deliver, and already the round falls apart. fnatic, well, that is one way to solve an AWP holding B. A perfect headshot out of Mezzi, and the rest falls into place.
Mezzi's at 1 HP, so he gets boosted up. He hits an incredibly fast shot there. You could see imoRR was ready for it as well. We'll have to see it from the replay to see how sick that was. But yeah, very effective set piece there from fnatic, getting an instant kill, and then deploying everything they have. Finding Major, who was on the back foot, to say the very least. And Mezzi with 1 HP will get out of there as well. So they're still in it for now. Another very clean round, and that will keep the finances very strong going forward. Can't say the same for Eternal Fire. Their loss bonus isn't established yet whatsoever. And the cash they'll be getting for the next round is only 1,400, so they have no choice but to save these weapons. And imoRR and Major will have compromised setup. Xantares can drop a weapon. He can drop an M4 pretty much on the nose. So they'll have enough for that at least. But let's have a look at this. Fantastic work there. So he actually got legged in the process when he jumps up. And then down to 1 HP as he survives the round. Major, if he didn't get flashed just as they were coming through, he had a real chance with the double spray down, but it just catches him. And indeed, we will be purchasing up the remainder of the Eternal Fire cash. Scout for imoRR.
Yeah, definitely. I think if you want to talk about compromise, I think it's imoRR that's the master of that, taking the scout into this round of play. And light on nades as well. Calyx not with a single nade to his name. imoRR wants to throw some aggression into that mid-fight, but thinks better of it after the flashes. Maja has just had that chunk taken out of him by the nicoodoz AWP. And it feels like that's enough in terms of offensive pressure to start. Crims burrows into the bedroom. It's xCloud and Calyx trying to hold on to this front of A. And roeJ been punished for that. Calyx will start to reposition. xCloud gets away. They hold on to their advantage. In fact, they extend it. A scout tag into Mezzi's leg leaves fnatic limping.
Couldn't have gone better for them, in fact. They've got the man advantage. They get the hell out of dodge as well. And we'll find ourselves with fnatic with not much left. 2 smokes, 2 molotovs, and 0 control of banana right now. They'll have to go through the motions to confirm it's actually clear. At least a flash over the top. Maybe a molotov on the corner. They'll allow nicoodoz to peek it first. No flash required as of yet. But you can see them, they're not feeling safe about the prospect of close range CTs, and they're going to have to use some utility to even get towards the top. Still a lot to do here. Yeah. At the time of 40 seconds, it's okay. On the other side of things, Major and Xantares with no utility as the B defenders. So this round is not over, even though they have the man advantage. Back and forth we go, and it seems to be A as will where we'll finish up.
Yeah, it doesn't look like Eternal Fire are really overthinking this. In fact, you can see xCloud's just dropped himself a lovely little one-way with 20 seconds left. Calyx, a headshot into Crims. A lovely gap manufactured by xCloud, supported by imoRR, but could be exploited as the bullet does connect. Mezzi's down, FASHR trying to make a round out of this. 9 seconds as he's demanded to plant, can be denied and is. xCloud wins the round and nicoodoz loses everything as well. 13 in the bag and fnatic cannot find a consecutive round.
They really can't. It's going to be 13-9. They'll have another buy available, but Eternal Fire keeping the dream alive, winning their absolute must-win rounds here. It's a more with a scout as well. That must have been its sixth shot, and it was. xCloud as well, playing very well, as you noted, dropping that one-way smoke, which is very powerful in that position. Difficult to take down the CT player, denies a plant, and this could be the round that actually secures the win for Eternal Fire. If they can pull this one off, they'll be in full control.
They're aware of the state of play. Doesn't stop or deter Xantares from a forward position to start. Him and Madja just posturing on that forward banana angle. But it seems like the call from Mezzi is actually quite a poppy one. He just wants a straight up old-fashioned apps pop. The flashes are in, and out they come, straight into the spray of Calyx. Good from imoRR on the wallbang. Calyx from the graveyard sends 2 of fnatic there, and a third shipped off straight to the graveyard. It's fnatic losing out on this Inferno. 14 imminent. FASHR in a 1 versus 3.
Yeah, good luck, FASHR. They have got the bomb in towards the pit. He has no utility. And if he saves the weapon, he'll get no cash. So what's the play here? With a minute on the clock, he'll wait to see if any inquisitive CTs will be exploring the map. They have to do nothing here. They've got the perfect setup. The trifecta of doom has been established. Surround the bomb. And for now, we have a chance to just discuss what's happened, Alex.
Do you think the Illuminati are real?
I honestly don't know.
No.
Could be.
I saw Rihanna did a little triangle with her fingers
Did you?
at the end of the Super Bowl.
You didn't tell me about that.
Yeah, well, I've been thinking about it all day.
Okay. Yeah, I
Yeah.
did. This is new information for me.
Yeah, we need to work on
If
that.
anyone was going to be in the Illuminati, it'd probably be her.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll look into that. We'll see what. Maybe get Dinko and Harry on it.
Yeah, I will.
See if they can work it out.
Once they finish their 100-round ping-pong game they've been playing.
Exactly. Well, as we said, if they did win this round, Eternal Fire, that is, they are in the driving seat to take us home on Inferno, 14-9, and it will be a full investment from fnatic. They are going to go all in with pistols and a couple of AKs. Hasn't been their best showing. We'll see what they can bring to the table here. They are very, very handy with the Desert Eagles. FASHR especially, a beast with it. nicoodoz not bad at all. And they'll be looking for any aggressive CTs. And once more, Eternal Fire don't seem interested even getting down towards the bottom of Banana. They're suggesting they are with the smokes and utility they're throwing, but they're playing a very passive game, which is great to see, because normally a team you would say that maybe play a little bit too on the front foot, always getting stuck in a bit too early, giving up key frags, but now focusing on that utility, trying to take down that first player, and that's FASHR. One of the rifles removed now. And you can see there's the retake utility to force him into swing, because it was the Molotov that landed at his front door.
Right. I mean, he just completely removed his options.
Is either you sacrifice full control of Banana or you take a swing. So he took the latter and down he goes.
Now he's a little bit flatter. FASHR gone. fnatic really pulling at straws now with all of their gibblies and wibblies put into this one. They have managed to recover the rifle. So it's 2 AK-47s in play, but it's still up against 5 very healthy members of Eternal Fire. Appropriate that they're proficient at Inferno.
That's a good point. Well, I still kind of believe fnatic can pull this one off. These are the sort of rounds they win. We've seen it a couple of times. It's always towards B, a 1D required just when you think they're out of it. Someone like Mezzi or roeJ will find something ridiculous, but that's a very nice incendiary, it has to be said. You've got to respect it. Not really much you can do about it. You need that smoke for Banana when you commit.
Yeah, Xantares was anti though. He's got full vision. There's just only one way this ends, and it's with Xantares filling the feed. Only the one. And pushing through. roeJ has got 2 down, and he just needs to get the bomb in. Who's responsible? Crims punching in the code. Can't be knocked off. fnatic, you said it, Hank. They can always find a way into these rounds just when you start to write them out. Now they're on their way back in. Can Eternal Fire really retake the site? The answer's no. On to Crims. He's gone. Roy needs a double. It's looking very promising now. Xcloud in his sights. Deleted by nicoodoz and fnatic one-on-one. Calyx looking for a 25th, and he clutches up for the 15th. Eternal Fire have Calyx to count upon 25 frags and counting.
Calyx, the boss man today, 25 kills. You're absolutely dead on. That is massive as he finds map point on their choice. And that might be all she wrote. They're going to need 6 rounds in a row on the T side. They've only found 2 so far by virtue of Deagles. Great performance from the Turkish squad, and you have to say a noble effort from fnatic here. It comes right down to the wire, and they just had the pistols. They made it work, but it wasn't quite enough.
They had a 4v5 disadvantage. They were executing into the site with no utility but a flash, and they still managed to get it into a close one. Big ups to Roy. But now 4B to start. Eternal Fire trusting in imoRR, and as he goes for an early adventure, will smoke defensively. And you can see Calyx and Xcloud starting to maneuver back.
Well, is this where it comes crashing down, at least for the first map of the series? Bear in mind, it is the pick of Eternal Fire. It's Overpass next, considered to be the best fnatic map, but they've had their struggles on it today even. Losing to IHC in the first series of the day feels like a lifetime ago now. That was just this morning.
Yeah, now they've got to go pull up their socks and do it again, do it for their tournament life. That is operating under the assumption that Eternal Fire can have a nice close.
It's never normally that easy, is it?
No. Usually there's a few more twists and turns. Just when it's within touching distance, the human psyche starts playing tricks on you.
Absolutely. No one wants to be that player to go down first and sabotage the chance they had. But it's a good effort, but there it is. Considerable damage, round not over by any stretch, but still, Crack starting to form now. Major will bring it back to a 4-on-4. 45 seconds, and Crims, excellent movement. He gets down and towards the pit, but imoRR's having none of it. Misses the shot, but still alive for now. Can he nail the second? Oh, this is excellent work, and now Crims, nothing to be done. Surely this is where it all comes crashing down. Tucked into the corner, AWP trying to do its best here, but Crims fighting 2 for now. mezii will be the last player remaining to keep the dream alive here on Inferno. It looks bleak. Has a smoke available to him and the C4 on his back. With 15 seconds, CTs will stick together.
Partnering up, hoping to be able to trade out. mezii, no idea. And they actually start to split up.
Has to go for a deep plant. Fakes it out. That could be a...
No idea. Calyx has run in! Isolates the duel! Matja coming in from the apartments. It's enough time. Does get it down. mezii. Oh, deleted! Matja pulls Eternal Fire into the close. Inferno is theirs. One away from securing that 4th position and qualifying for the EPL Season 17 playoffs. It's all to play for. 2 maps to go. Overpass next. fnatic's domain. We'll see what Eternal Fire are up to the task and if we need a 3rd.